Hello everyone, Attack Power here with a really exciting ranked game between Hobotango and myself here on Tali Inahantala. And on the left is myself in red playing 20th Panzer on V for victory. And on the right in the blue, I got Hobotango here playing Festung Dunkirchen on balanced income. And like I said, we're here on Tali Inahantala. We ran into the queue here. We see me using 20th on V for victory, which is like my new pet income here. And Hobo on his classic balance. Hobo's been huge on Festung lately. It's been like the only division he's playing. So this is an incredibly intense and fun grind, which is why we're going to be hopping right in here pretty quick. You can see both decks built quite deep. Plenty of infantry. Now, mine is not super duper deep. 20th can only really get so many infantry. There is a very real limit to that, but the guerrillas and things should help me with the 2K. Got the IS-2, of course, flak 88s as well, and the Pak 43. So a nice spattering of 2K stuff, though not an overwhelming amount. 20th always has basically everything you could need for every situation. It's a really well-rounded division. Hobos, on the other hand, of course, all the AA, bunch of support weapons, and the Jagdpanther, which he is calling out right away here. Let's check this bad boy out. Oh, look at that thing. That's a fun unit right there. So definitely something I'm going to have to contend with. And yeah, it's a very efficient unit in this matchup. Going to be some work. So early push here, doing a heavy push into this flag area. You got to make sure I hold this flag. Machine guns into this area along with a Pak 45 mil. A couple Flammenwerfers and such. 45 mil going here to cut off anything. But he's not pushing at all here. He's actually really not pushing anywhere in terms of a push. He's got a Pak 38 and an MG 34 moving to cut off this reinforcement road, which is very common. But my double MG 42 getting into position first. Threw down a leader as well. Want to get these out early. Pak 45 mil now in position as well. Looking to get some kills here. We'll see if this can pick up this Jagdkommando here. That'd be a huge kill. Misses, but misses enough that it doesn't unload. Let's see if it gets another shot off here. Apparently Hobo did not notice. And boom, big kill there. Killing off those Jagdkommandos, very good units just in their own right. And of course, killing off Recon is huge. And actually over here, the other Jagdkommando also got killed. So I killed off a whole bunch of his Recon really early, really excited about that. Half track actually dodges the Pak 38 shot over here. So lucky there. Guerrilla in early along with the Pak 4. I was really expecting a big push here. It really did not come. Moving an Aufklär into position for Recon. Guerrilla going to try to take out this MG 34 here nice and early. I did not realize how unprotected he was over here. Guerrilla totally fails on its first shot. And he's moving it. Does get another shot off. Let's see if it finishes that thing off. I thought he was moving. Wow. Could not miss much harder again. And now he's falling back, and I probably won't get another shot off here. So, of course, the onus is really on me to make early ground. I think it's a little harder to make early ground on this side of the map. As the game goes along, I think I like this side more, perhaps, because you have these open flags you can push a little bit more. But, of course, early on, this flag is extremely vulnerable. You know, this one specifically is very hard to hold. And a lot of times the opponent can go here. But with the way he played this opening, my side is fine. If he was more aggressive, then this side is much harder because these two flags are very easy to grab early, while on the other hand, since he's playing a little bit more passively, it gives me a little bit more time. SDKFZ 251 going to go down here to the Pak 38 most likely. I can't see that right now. And he did turn off the APCR. Good for Hobo. Good micro-in for him. Pak 38 out of position here, though. Ostrupen and Panzergren getting into the fight. Another Jagdkommando. I think this is his last one. It should be only 3. With the cover and stuff, I should do just fine. Will the Pak 38 get away? It looks like it probably will. Especially with both Panzergrens now retargeting to that Jagdkommando instead. Guerrilla moving into position. I'm not sure why I'm being so aggressive about its positioning. Oh, no, I'm going after the Pak 38. That's why. I did pick up on this little poke here with the Aufklär. Don't underestimate how powerful a recon unit can be. Being able to see your opponent in the woods and stuff is absolutely massive. Falling back those Panzergrens already. 45 mil. Can it get a little transport sniperage? It does. Nice kill there. Guerrilla getting 2 shot off, completely missing again. Decided to try to kill it with a Ju-87, the Jagdpanther, but of course he did have 40 mil. He was not leaving that unprotected. I'm pretty sure he taunted me at this point too for my blatant attempt. His Jagdpanther did kill off my Guerrilla. My Guerrilla did not even hurt the Pak 38. So far, 4 Guerrilla shots and 4 misses. So that's a bit of a bummer, to be sure. But something died in the transfer. I'm not sure if it was a Grenadier or a Jagdkampf. If it was a Jagdkampf, then heck yeah, what a win. If it wasn't, still, nice kill anyway. SDKZ251 does go down the transport, lose a couple guys. Luckily, the rest of them do unload. Remember, since the half-track has armor, it has higher health, actually, I think it is. It has higher health. The infantry, when they die to AT weapons, don't die immediately. Like his died in the transport against the 45 mil. Mine did not against his 50 mil. So, fun fact for you. Will the Pak-38 go down to my mortar here? So I am the first to call in artillery, so I'm calling in this mortar. I need it. There's no other way to counter this, just this wealth of support weapons that he has. So I decided to call another strike, but behind where this was. This is a blind guess, so let's see if I can land a good shot here. More Panzergrens moving in. No leader in yet. Panzer 3 as well coming in here. It's got triple KM MG08s here. I do catch those out, but of course with 3 of them, even though they're not great, it will do a lot of damage. We have more infantry now coming in to push into this area. I did kill the Pak-38, so nice guesstimate on my part there. Fortunately, no AT gun or anything here to stop these transports from coming in. And of course, the monstrous pile of MGs he's got there is kind of forcing me off. There's a Pak-38 here as well, just waiting for me to move this Panzer 3 in. Will I finish this off? Nope, the Pak-36 is going to get in. Kind of a bummer there. Not kind of, it's a big bummer. Panzer 3 is in, though, and safe from his other units. That's nice, but 45 mil going to get in there as well. The thing with Hobo and I, whenever we play each other, we're both more passive players. We're not necessarily super hyper-aggressive. He's a big spammer. He loves to, like, spam like tons of infantry at once. You can see triple M machine gun here. He loves to send a whole lot of units all at once at things. Me, I'm more of a do with as little as I can sort of situation. So it's always an interesting matchup with him. Flammenwerfer versus Jagdkampf. I can't say this is a great match, but it's certainly the best I could hope for with this Flammenwerfer. You can see quadruple Stoßtruppen coming in here. Pak-36 going down. Nice kill there. MG42 getting on some transports here, trying to hold the Flammenwerfers out of the town. Pak-40 doing something. This is a cheeky little spot, by the way, for anyone wondering. It sees down this road a little ways. It sees down into the corner here, and then it cuts off this reinforcement line as well. It's just a great spot overall if you're in a good position here. MG42 versus the MG34. Double vet, this should win pretty easily, I would think. Especially because the MG34 obviously much worse. But Panzer 3 did go down to that Pak-38, I believe. I'm not sure if it was that, but something killed it, and it's dead. Pak-40 now into position. So I did move a AT piece in here. Throwing some RD down, some mortars right in front of these grenadiers, assuming they will walk into that. Although they are stopping now to shoot the Pak-40, not ideal. He now has his first 81mm mortar here. Jagdpanther moving in again for that Grilla. I'm falling back desperately. I will not get lucky, and I do go down. So another Grilla down 2 of those already. This is really bad. I don't have Infinity HE 2K stuff. Artillery is going to miss the infantry, but it is going to hit that Pak-36 a bit and pin the one. So it's been worse. Panzergrens moving in. Of course, the nice thing about 20th Panzer and all Panzer divisions, you got plenty of Panzergrens. I do like Panzergrens. Fortunately, with the range on the 45mm, just having a hard time catching these transports. Panzergrens moving forward. MG42 pinning, doing some suppression again. But now my Panzergrens catch out these Grenadiers, and of course the Panzergrens are going to absolutely smash Grenadiers all day long. And if you guys are enjoying this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for lots of Steel Division 2 content, and consider checking out the Patreon down below if you love what I'm doing here. Thanks a bunch, guys. Alrighty. So yeah, forcing these off. 81mm mortar continues to work, going after the 40mm Bofors now. Trying to open the air up a little bit for a Ju-87. It's really just killing off AA is always good. Even against this division, killing it off is helpful. Just short of killing it. That's a real bummer. But I'm really happy with my arty work so far. I mean, I've been using this mortar. It's basically been firing the whole game. I've picked up a couple kills with it already. It's doing work. It's moving. It's not being vulnerable. Now, if you saw at the beginning of the game, Hobo has no artillery except for these 81mm mortars and literally the most disgusting pile of off-map I've ever seen. So that will be interesting to contend with. And you know, in the length of this game, I'm sure you've seen how long this video is. This is a long one. He uses, spoiler alert, he uses all of it. He uses every piece of it. Grenadiers doing some, Panzergren's doing some great damage. T-34 now moving along with the Panzer IV F1 support. There's really nothing here to stop these things other than this Pack 36 and, of course, the Ag Panthers. But this I can get around. I just got to be careful where I position, and I can put it, like, right here, and it can easily cover everything off. I do decide to throw down some smoke, which is not like me to actually throw some smoke down, but I do. The Pack 40, 100% capable of killing this Yak Panther. Even with just its AP shells at closer range, it certainly can. Unfortunately, though, my Panzer gun's getting pinned down here. I'm slowly getting forced out of this position, although I've killed a good number of these machine guns. He now has 3 81mm mortars. This is a Hobo classic, just a massive mortar wolf pack. Now, usually he does it with mortar half-tracks. In this case, he is doing it with just regular mortars. Ju-88 coming in for the strafe on the Pack 40. Does some really nice damage, despite the fact that I have the Flak 43 already in position and the double Ju-88 doing a lot of damage here. I just decided to target this one because I don't want it to keep switching targets. I'm hoping maybe I'll actually kill one of these, but I don't. They got very good resilience and they are pretty fast. So my Flak 43 failing to actually kill, which is rare. Flak 43 usually do a lot of damage. I didn't move this guy enough, so he did get a little bit of paint chipping, but nothing too terrible. Still got a couple Panzer Grens there. My machine gun's now getting hit. Reinforcements pouring in, but we are now into B phase. So technically, this is where Hobo has the advantage. He's got a 40-point advantage here. Flammenwerfers versus Pioneers, not bad, especially if he runs into the second Pioneer. But Hobo decides to run the Pioneer away, and that restarts its reloading process and keeps my guys quite safe, which is nice. Still 12-12, though. We've really captured no flags. You know, the onus was kind of on me to capture flag in A, but I still think from this side of the map, capturing flags in A phase on this map is really, really tough. They're just deep. It's not that you can't win it after a long time, but it is rough in A phase, capturing a flag immediately. And now he's got tons of close-range troops, CQC troops in here. Going after this Pack 36 with my mortar. Now making sure to move it a little bit more, knowing he's targeting that a little bit. Leader is now in to pump these guys all up. Order now going for the 45 mil, I think. He's just picking targets everywhere. Already out of ammo. He's got his final 81 mil mortar coming in. Hobo and his mortars. Panzergren's getting weak, though. They're going to start going down here. Have some Osterrupen coming in to try to reinforce. Luckily, there's nothing here. The Ag Panther was forced off, so it's not like it's sitting in this forward position anymore. Got some ammo for my 81mm mortar. It's been firing that much. Go me. Now my mortar half-track, I have a second one here going for some northern targets. Got to take out this Pack 38. It did take out a transport here, which was quite annoying. And I will finish that off very nicely there. But my infantry here have been broken down. Definitely not good. More Osterrupen coming in because those are the ones that got killed in the transport there. Again, though, this is B phase. This is where he's going to build up his advantage. I have a Werframen in, though. Going to go for a town strike here. Try to open this flag up a little bit. T-34, 76, pushing off that machine gun. His mortars continue working. Here comes the first off-map of the game. A 164 mil. Ju-88 coming in for the Panzergrens this time. Not nearly as dangerous for me. Werframen strike. Not landing too great. There we go. There's a Panzergren dead. Will the last missile do anything? No, it wasn't a great strike. I did kill off one unit, but with them that concentrated, I really would like to see more. The mortars hit here to force my infantry back. Pioneer SVT now coming in. Flammenwerfer's on the retreat, moving my machine gun so he doesn't get caught by the Pioneer. Pack 38 in position here. Surprised it didn't take a shot at these Ostrupen, so that's pretty good. Here comes the off-map, though, here. A solid placement, assuming I'd have more stuff there. That would be really painful, but I don't anymore. Pack 40 should be able to finish off my MG42 here finally. That thing did a lot of work. Pioneer SVT finished off a Pioneer in the forest here, though. My Panzergren here did go down as it tried to cross open ground, I believe. I think it ran into one of these Pioneers and died. Mortar going after this wealth of targets here. And now I'm going after this Pack 40 as well. And here comes the off-map. BF-109 coming in, my first bomber unit of the game. Do actually get through the 40 mil screen there. Managed to drop my bomb. Do some nice damage. Not enough, but some nice. And of course, his deck has a lot of infantry, so here comes the infantry spam. Festung Grenadiers coming in heavily. Trying to keep my infantry out of this bombing, this off-map. The off-map not actually doing much. The leader's not dead, which is miraculous, because we all know off-maps generally mean automatic leader death of literally every single leader within the circle. Panzergren's actually out of ammo, so that's rough. Didn't notice that, otherwise I would have just moved this up to reload it. Pack 36 goes down nicely. Panzergren just rumbling in to the drop zone there. Mortar finishes off that machine gun. Really happy with that. About halfway through B phase here. And still no points. No points at all. Keeping this mortar half-track moving. He now has clumped up his mortars here in order to reload them a little bit more conveniently. But yeah, we're both basically dug in looking at each other. I've built a pretty big force up here with a T-34-76. And a bunch of infantry. I'll flare again, making sure I can see everything going on. My mortars are continuing to just do tons of work. Get a lucky engine damage crit with my 43. And he's going for a big uber strike on my T-34-76 here. And this is how he plans to kill off my armor piece by piece, just by mortaring it to death. Off map now going into town. This is definitely going to hurt a lot more. Hit a lot of my support weapons, my leader and such. He's trying to waste the ammo of my Flak 43 by flying this Ju-88 in circles. This is an ongoing argument we have about whether this is a valid strategy or not. Against certain pieces of AA, yes. Yeah, he's literally just flying it in a circle. Pack 40, though, goes down to my double mortar, so nice kill there. He does not have infinity of those, so I'm pretty happy about that. And making sure to move my 81mm mortars here. My T-34-76 did go down to his Giga mortar strike. And I do shoot down one of the Ju-88, so really happy there. Off map coming in. But he's not following it up with anything, which is really surprising. Leader's still alive here with some Ostrupen we're able to move in. This Giga RD strike here, of course, hitting nothing. Poking that 43 a little bit. It was a little too close to my mortar. Off map, it's not doing as much as I would think it would. Pioneer Fury bugged, not running. Kind of annoying. Three minutes left to survive through B phase. Of course, I'm working with bare minimum right now. Once C phase comes, I can start calling in my big artillery and trying to take advantage of that. I assumed he had his big 155mm artillery to counter me with, so I was expecting a big arty war. Little did I know there was nothing to be found. Flak 43 did move because I didn't want it to be totally smashed by his mortar blob. Now, Ju-88 is flying directly over my Flak 43, so I'd love to see it kill it. But my leader, of course, did die in the off-map because that's a rule. Let's see. Looks like it's going to get away. And it does. Wow, that's frustrating. One more vet on this would have definitely killed. Now, this off-map strike, very well placed. This is going to hurt a lot. I think that is the third one. It was 1, 2, 3, I believe, out of this one here. Surprised that he's, like, using one of his mortar Giga strikes at this point, since he knows he's dropping off-map on this area anyway. Seems a little overkill. Mortar coming in, hitting that Panzergren, doing some nice damage again. Radio mortars, guys. So strong. So good. Use them if you got them. And then make sure you have radio. My own Verframen going to strike back here at this blob of troops. I thought there would be more. There's a Jagdkampf over here before. At this point, it's just Flammenwerfers. But killing those is still very useful. Like, let's not get that wrong. I can still do a lot. And he even called in the slow burn one. But luckily, because he called the slow one in, my infantry are still alive and it allows me to fall back out of the bombing range. Flak 43 in a more aggressive position now to allow it to start firing sooner, which is advantageous here and stops the Ju-88 from actually dropping his bomb, so I'm pretty happy about that. Pack 40 still in position here, just waiting for that Jagdpanther to move a little bit too far forward. Woo! Werframen Strike takes out all 3 of those Flammenwerfers. Really happy about that. Didn't know that, of course. Jagdpanther finding that Panzergren. Yeah, Commando in kind of an odd spot. There we go. Now he's moving it. I was going to say it's a little bit strange. Deciding to do some mortaring on this Jagdpanther itself. I was moving this Panzergren across to surrender whatever was in there. His 40mm Boffer still alive and going to force off my BF-109. Moving my 81mm mortar, which is low on ammo, but now have ammo for it. I am calling a mortar strike on there. Panzergren versus best Festung at close range. Not good. They get an automatic rifle and, of course, 14 rifles. So not a great matchup here. Now, a Kampflet hitting my Panzergren. These things are absolutely phenomenal. I guess I do not notice. 40mm does go down. Pack 40 hitting at this Kampflet. His Jagdpanther was forced off. My Pack 40 going to go down there. Had no chance against that thing. Immediately throwing down a mortar on it. More off-map coming in here. This ammo truck empty. He's going to need more to keep those 81mm mortars firing. Although his mortar usage has been a lot more limited than mine. Going after that Kampflet there with my mortar. This mortar finally firing. Let's see if it lands any good hits here. Nope, looks like he's moved it. So unfortunately, this will land basically as a blank. And we're now into sea phase. I'm bringing my first 150mm artillery piece. Werframen's got ammo coming in for it. Going to just keep striking areas here. Keeping my infantry in this position, though, really happy about that. As long as I can keep this, I actually have a good advantage because you can cut off all the reinforcements coming up to this town. You can slowly just kind of like fold them out of this town from this position. Which is why I don't mind this side as long as the beginning, as long as your opponent's not super aggressive at the beginning, this side is fine. If your opponent is super aggressive at the beginning, this side is horrible. DO-217 a lot slower than the Ju-88, which means I have more time on target, and I'm able to take that 217 now, which is great, because this has some big bombs on it. So really happy to see that go down. Mortar going after this Kampflet. Unfortunately, it's out of my radio range, so it's not going to be nearly as effective. But still doing quite a bit of damage here. 81mm mortar going after my Flak 43. Flak 43 does not make it. Oof, that hurts. Nice kill there for him. Luckily, I have plenty more AA. It's my first actual AA piece loss. So I have another one coming in immediately. My Pack 43 now moving forward into this position to try to cut off any sort of Jagdpanther shenanigans. My Guerrilla backed up out of his Jagdpanther range in time. I saw him coming after me. Off map coming down again. This is the fresh 164 here. And now that we're in sea phase, both of us are now at maximum power in terms of income. I'm holding my 150. I'm not firing it. First off, I don't have a great target. I don't have something I really want to shoot at yet. And I'm actually kind of waiting, expecting him to shoot off his 155. I'm expecting him to bring in some big arty himself, and I'd prefer to have the first shot of counter battery. So, like, the first one to actually start shooting at the artillery, and hopefully then I win that fight. So that's why I'm actually kind of waiting, and I'm also kind of just waiting for a second gun. I'm not a big fan of just a single 150 piece. It does okay, but it rarely actually, like, kills stuff. I also know that he's moving his 81mm mortar pack. Like, he's keeping it moving. So counter battering, it's not going to be helpful anyway, which is why I'm just kind of holding off on doing that for now. It's possible as time goes on, if I see that he's fired from the same place twice, I'll know that he did not move it and I can go after it. So he knows his Ju-88 is safe for the time being, but now my Flak 43 is in position. For some reason, it moves and keeps losing line of sight on this Ju. 88 versus MG34, not great. But at this point now, I'm kind of like committed to this fight. Luckily, I'm close enough that he's actually landing hits pretty soon. BF-109 coming in again. There is no AA up north this time, though. So going after that Festung Grenadier. Able to do some nice damage to that. Ju-88 coming in again, but now I have an 88 and a 43. So I'm hoping at this point, yes, we have stopped the ground attacks from this Ju-88. DO-217 coming in, but again, with the combo of both of these, I would think I'm pretty safe, which I am. Actually, this DO-217 very likely may go down. He decides to drop an off-map right on top of my Flak 43. He really wants to kill off this AA. Which is kind of surprising, because his division doesn't have a lot of air force, especially now that I've killed a whole bunch of it. Pilot panic now. I'm not sure if I'll be able to shoot it down, which is amazing, because this flew over a whole lot of Flak 43s. Really kind of frustrating, actually, that did not die. But it's all fine. Pioneer SVT should be able to easily beat these Festung Grenadiers here. Yep, grenade goes off. Unit gets surrendered. Werframen going in for a town strike once again. Not going much better than it did the first time. Nope, basically did nothing. Kind of frustrating. And still I'm waiting for the 150s. MG-42 goes down to my Pioneers here. Getting a Panzer III in here as well now. PaK-43 is dangerous, but out of position for him. And now I've pushed this Flammenwerfer forward to start capturing this flag. That MG-34 did go down to my PaK-43. PaK-43 took a couple health of damage, but it was worth it. And now I'm actually capturing this. Finally got a 1311, and the tick has begun now, 25 minutes into this game. I should mention, too, if you are here, first off, you're amazing. And secondly, Hobo and I are kind of in a bit of a rivalry on the rank ladder. At this point in time, he was actually ranked above me by 1 for the first time, like, in a year. And if I can beat him here, we would flop right back, basically, to, you know, he would go quite a ways down and I would go back up. So this was actually, in terms of rank, a pretty big game for both of us. Erdkampflet's doing a ton of damage, killing off my Flammenwerfer here and probably killing off my PaK-40. So definitely not thrilled about that. And down goes the PaK-40. Flammenwerfer killed too, this flag flipping back. Still 13-11 though, because now I've captured the town. Yay me. Jagdpanther going after my Flak 41. Flak 41 is perfectly capable of killing this Jagdpanther though. It's kind of a struggle, but it can happen. PaK-43 finding that Erdkampflet. Here comes the Giga Mortar Strike. And Jagdpanther bounces again. Excuse me. Got something in my throat there. Ah, I gotta get a drink. Excuse me. All right. I don't know what I was trying to do with this BF-109. Whatever it was stupid. Like, incredibly stupid. Like, I deserve for this to die. Which it will. So losing one of those BF-109s definitely really sucks. 150, though, starting to fire now. I knew there was a whole bunch of infantry in this tree line, so I'm just kind of throwing down a big volley there. Ju-88 does get his bombs off, but they're extremely spread from all the suppression. 88 actually did survive the mortar and Jagdpanther combo there. Looks like Ju-88 might get away again, although this Flak 43 now in a more aggressive position, so it should be able to keep firing longer. And down it goes, so really nice kill for me there, getting rid of that heavy air there. And he's got a huge pile of stuff pushing up north here. And I've started reinforcing here too. I gotta be careful though. I do not have nearly as much infantry as he does. I know that, even though I haven't seen his deck list, I know that for a fact. He's got just loads and loads of these cheap infantry. With me only having about 80. I definitely don't have the depth he does. I did finally lose my radio mortar here. My mortar half-track. It's right there, I think. Yep. Got killed by the off-map landing here over and over again. So that's unfortunate, but it did its job very well. And this one's still alive up here. It has been firing. Slight lull at this point, as I'm trying to manage multiple battlefields here. Mortars hitting all over the place. Off-map coming in again. This is... I'm not sure which one this is. It's this same 164. I think that's the last charge of that. My Werframen really not doing a lot of damage here. I probably just need it to be even closer, somewhere like up here if I really wanted it to start doing some major damage. Because it's just really inaccurate at this point. Flak 88, they're doing a nice job as a 2K HE thing. Killing these Urkampflets is pretty huge. He brought them in B phase, I believe, so that's why he's got so many of them. And his little Giga Strike mortar group here being extra special annoying. I am going after this Flak 40 mil, though. I actually feel like I can kill off his AA and then really kind of bully him with my BF 109s and JU 87. Stug 3 getting hit by the Pak 45 mil. It's not going to do much. It has killed a couple transports and stuff, though, which has been really nice. Mortar going after the Flak 43 does kill that off, or Flak 41, 88 mil. Guerrilla finding that Urkampflet, though, finally getting a nice hit on that. T-34 versus Urkampflet. T-34 does win out, so it's nice to kill those off for sure. More 150s in. Going after the Pak 40. I think it was originally after the Urkampflet, but that's already dead. Still 12-12, though, again. Stug 3 cannot see this Pak 45, so eventually it might get the kill. Which way is it facing? It's facing forward, so... Not like I'm going to get a random side shot or anything. Oh, just kidding. Yes, I should open my mouth in the future more. 150s. Unfortunately, he does get away with his 40 mil. Did some damage, but now there is a 105 in. 88 versus the Urkampflet. Not a huge fan of this fight, but at this point I'm kind of committed. Retreating's not going to help me, and this thing is almost pinned at this point anyway, so might as well commit. 45 mil hitting that Urkampflet. Finally pin it down. My 88 is still alive. Guerrilla in. Finding that Jag Commando there with my Aufklär. His Pak 40 does find my T-34. Unfortunate. Probably could have prevented that. Not probably. Definitely could have prevented that. Panzer 4 moving forward. Should have done this sooner to kill off these Urkampflets. But Guerrilla is going to start taking the toll on him. He has not taken the time to kill. And finally I'm bringing my Panzer 4 hordes. I have plenty. I just haven't brought any in. Jagdpanther causing me lots of issues here. Doing some HE damage now and really just kind of blocking me out from functioning the way I want to. But my Panzer IV doing lots of damage to all of his Urkampflets. I want these dead. This is my issue with big artillery like this, is it can be hard to hit targets that are being aggressive. You know, you're really only going after stuff that's sitting still, and sometimes that can be hard if your opponent's constantly moving. He's going after the Guerrilla with his mortar strike. I am dodging. I really can't lose that Guerrilla. Artillery now going after that Flak 105. I want nothing to do with that. Still 12-12, but I do like the way trades are going currently. I decided I just need to grind out his support guns until I can win this. If I can kill the majority of his AT assets, I can just Panzer IV spam him. 194 now coming. God, I wish I had some sort of AT here. Killing that would have been the most glorious thing in all my life. But we see the two 164s back here that I've enjoyed already. So now we have some more of these coming in. And this 194 is pretty busted because you get 3 of them because they're under 200 millimeter, which is ridiculous, of course. Because damage-wise, they essentially do 200 mils. Pak 40 goes down to the Guerrilla. 105 kills off my Guerrilla. Not great. It's not the worst trade ever, but it's definitely not a good trade. Point-wise, it's even, but, you know, in terms of importance of units, it's awful. Flak 43 actually goes down to the Panzergren. Pretty happy about that. One less piece of AA to deal with. Whole mess of Panzergrens here. Jagdpanther finds my Panzer IV. Will the Panzer IV even get a shot off here? Probably not. Ooh, the Pak 40 misses the Jagdpanther. Oh, that's so frustrating. It is stressed, but come on. Oh, it does get a penetration there. That's a big hit. Doing that 8 damage and another pile of units coming in here. A big push from Hobo. Going for this woods hit again with my Werframen. Grenadier goes down. My artillery targeting his 105s. Trying to get some kills on these things. Do manage to push that off. And my Pack 43 forcing him to unload his units. Pretty happy about that. Keeps them from just going straight in. Panzer 4 here now as well. This is going to be really painful, but the 194 doing a lot of damage. Mortar strike on my Panzer 4. Unfortunate. But I did bring that C-phase card of support tanks, which these Panzer 3s, which right now is going to pay off handsomely for me. Ju-88 still gets in a little bit of a strafe on me. Kind of annoying. And yes, let the spam strikes begin. Another off-map coming down. He's hitting this defensive spot hard. Also pushing hard up north. Just so many units. Oh, good God. He's shifted from calling in support weapons to basically calling in all infantry. And I'm really low at this point. I've got 10 to 15 at most. And it's only 35 minutes into the game. I say only because there's a lot of tickets left here. And there's no 50-minute time limit or anything. But I have a Panzer 4 and a Panzer 3 here. Of course, the armor advantage. His infantry are getting into the woods here, which is unfortunate. But they're Festung Grenadiers, they have no AT, so my armor moving up here, a whole lot of Panzer 4s. I've decided to fully cut off this reinforcement area and block off this area with these units. Panzer 3 out of position. I still have the Pack 45 and the MG 42 here, though. Should be able to stop the majority of these transports. Just an absolute horde of infantry. Alfclair, unfortunately, finally gets spotted and gets killed off there. Artillery continues to go after this 105. Once this gets pinned, I can move forward with my Panzer 4 and finish it off, which I think I'm going to do here. Or maybe I'm not paying that much attention. I thought I was. I must have forgotten about this squad of units that I moved here to move up into this position. Oops. A lot going on, I'm sure you can tell. Panzer 4 is still not moving. This is a big mistake for me. Infantry rushing in to try to fix the problem here. More off-map coming in all the time. DO-217 coming. I did lose my Flak 43 to this off-map. My other one trying to help out. DO-217 does get its bombs off, though. Definitely not good. Where are they? I can't see them. Oh, there they are. Boom, boom. Luckily, at this point, all my units there were already dead. MG-42 goes down to the mortar spam. And finally, I'm moving my Grilla in and my 88 to finish off this 105. And there goes one 105. Double Panzer 3 support tanks, though. These are going to do nice work against all of these infantry here. Although these are the ones with Panzer Shreks, so definitely not great. Surprised he brought those in so late. And his own off-map now forcing his infantry out. I mean, not his best moment there. But I am driving straight into this Panzer Shrek infantry here. So definitely not my best moment, just to give it back to him. Panzer Shrek goes off, kills that T-34 quite easily. But now the Panzer 3s are in and they easily pin him down. And they're going to pin the other one down and then they just force them both off. Another off-map coming in. DO-217 cannot get through. And it goes down, JU, excuse me. And that's finally dead. BF-109 coming in to try to stop these infantry from forcing me out of the tree line. There is no AA up north here. Pretty pumped about that. That does give me the green light to, you know, fly whatever I want in. Artillery continue to go after this. Panzer 4 did not kill this Flak 38, but the Grilla is going to do a ground attack in front of this Flak 38 105, which does allow me to now just push forward and attack it instead of ground attacking it. Panzer 3 is kind of blunting this entire force here. So really happy with my deck building choice to put that in C phase. Fortunately, I can't stop this Pack 40 most likely. And off-map going to do a lot of damage anyway. Down goes one Panzer 3. Panzer 4 doing a lot of damage here though. Holding everything off. 45 mil was forced out of position. We're at a 12-12. I lose my Pioneer Fuhrer here. So losing the leadership, that really sucks. Artillery continues to target AA. And just infantry just pouring in. And like I said, I am very low. I'm, again, 10 to 15 at most at this point. maybe 20, but probably at this point, maybe earlier it was 20 and now it's at 10 to 15. 105 get down again, so got 2 of those killed off. The only thing holding this is this 40 mil. Little do I know. Again, I'm assuming there's way more infantry over here based on the spam level I'm being hit with. I mean, my goodness gracious. Look at them all. Run, you fools. Run. You have no chance. His own off-map forcing himself out of the woods here. Panzer 3 goes down, but I got more coming in. Pack 40 in the spot it's been the whole time. He still has some Jagdkampf left, which is impressive. Grenadier DP running out of rifle ammo of all things. My artillery tries to take out this AA. Because again, once the skies are actually clear, like once the AA has killed everything off, then I really can do whatever I want. Werframen going for a big strike here to kill off these infantry. That's really what it's after. It's not after the Jagdpanther or anything. That just showed up. He moved it over there. Very nice from Hobo, keeping that alive for so long. Really impressive. But now he's forcing into this town here. Finally lose my leader. My 45 goes down as well. This is somewhat disastrous now. Losing this is devastating. With Werframen strike going off. He's using his Jagdpanther to hold off my reinforcements. Here comes the rockets. Let's see what we can do here. First one kills the Jagdpanther. Baba booey. More infantry dead. I mean, if I didn't kill stuff here, I would be extremely disappointed. But forcing off the entire force of infantry there with that Werframen strike. My Panzer IV went down to the Jagdkampf pen to Shrek there. Definitely not great. Lost my Grilla. So I'm out of Grillas. I have no more 2K HE stuff. Really annoying. Well, I should say 2K dedicated HE stuff. Of course, still Flax. Still working through those. 150 going after the Pack 4. Just kind of like throwing them down wherever now. Got another leader back up north here to keep that mostly actually for the radio. But really, you definitely want the veterancy on there too. 1311 or Oboe right now. He's turning it around, grinding me out, and I'm very afraid I'm just going to run out of units. Finding the Pack 40 though with my Panzergun DPs. Would love to kill that off. Another Flak 105 in. What's it going after? Oh, it's going after my BF 109. Oh no, it's going after the Panzer 4. Bomb actually does get off. Hits the Jagdkampf really nicely. And I should be able to get out. I'm pretty far away. Pack 40 does go down to the Panzergren DP. More off-map coming in from this 194 with 2 994s and 2 164s so far. I believe that's all of it. I can't remember though. So that's a grand total of 12 off-map strikes. Hoorah. Having fun. He's got a lot of infantry, but they're very weakened. And of course, they're not very good to start, so. Artillery going after this 105 again. Oh, off-map kills my infantry in the transport. Not good. I need every infantry at this point. Artillery going after all the AA and support guns I can find. Because I can just start quick striking all of them with my BF 109s. I'm really going to start tearing through his troops. Artillery a little off target, of course. He's keeping his stuff moving a bit. Not that the 105s move fast, but they do move. Artillery, I mean, mortars from him going after, oh, my armor squad up here. Down goes the half-track. Armor does survive, though. One thing I still have not called is my IS-2. I'm just so concerned about it getting, like, killed by the 105, and of course the Jagdpanther this whole time. I definitely think the Jagdpanther wins in a straight-up fight against the IS-2 for the most part. You know, unless you get lucky with the IS-2, which, for me, usually doesn't happen, which is why I was not enthusiastic about committing to that. 40 mil does go down to my artillery, so another AA piece down there. 105 getting pressured well. Not going to die because I'm not actually landing shots on it. He does have this flag again, 1311 for him. 3 Stug 3s coming in. I can't imagine he has that many left. Infantry trying to get in. Oh, I'm being too aggressive, though. He's got Panzer Shreks. I do unload now. Realizing the danger my units are in. Off-map, though, insta-pins me anyway. Werframen strike to stop this whole madness going on here. Does exactly what I'm hoping it would. At least stops the pressure. His own off-map continues to fall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like there was a 5th, but maybe not. Stug 3s, all covering down the road here. 88 in a nice position, though. Using it really as HE support at this point. My other issue is I'm running out of ammo. I've burned through most of my ammo. I've not been good about this second mortar here. Should have been using that more aggressively, have not been. Brought back to a 12-12. Even my artillery is starting to eat through a good bit of its ammo. Only 4,600 there, 5,500 there, and 5,600 there. So even that's starting to really get through it. Lose a supply truck. Not a big deal. That one was out of ammo anyway. More infantry just pouring in. Off-map continuing to fall. I have to hope by now he's running out. I think that was the final strike. But essentially, I spent the last 25 minutes under a constant artillery barrage. For those of you who know me, that's a bit of a nightmare. 88 finding the 105. Let's see who wins this little battle of HE. The 88 fired first. Gets the first big hit, so that was nice. Plenty of AA to stop this Ju-88 from strafing. Does the 105 fire faster? No way. 12. Oh yeah, it really does. Wow. That's nuts. But it does it do less HE damage? 2. Well, no, it does more. I'm not sure how I'm winning this fight, but I am. Burfram getting hit again by the mortar blob. Artillery just coming down on whatever at this point. I've lost this flag, 1311. Things are not looking good. 105 now getting hit, now pinned by my 88. Things are not a disaster level yet, but they are not looking good. The thing is, though, he decides to shift his attack up north, and that is the wrong choice. This force of mine has really not taken any damage, so I'm still fresh. All of these units here are still quite fresh, and I have quite a defense built up. Took out 2 more units in transports. He might have a lot of infantry, but you can't be losing that many infantry in transports, especially at this critical juncture. Oh yeah. Oh my. Killed most of those infantry in the transports. Boychashalin now in. Did recapture this flag. Still 1311. Killed a nice unit here in a transport. Love it. Artillery continues to fall. I am using it quite aggressively to kill whatever. 105 is now dead, so another RD piece out, AA piece out of the way. His Giga Mortar squad going after my boy Stalin. Not shocking. This is also why I didn't bring it in, because I knew this is what was going to happen to it. There's not a lot to counter this. It just kind of happens. But I'm starting to notice his mortar group is not moving nearly as much as it used to. DO-217 forced up on my Flak 43, which is a nice position. Shug 3 goes down to my IS-2. I had the Panzer 4 here as well. My Pack 40 here did go down, though. My infantry reserves are still really, really low, but I am now making a bit of a push up north here to try to capture this flag. Still 1311 him with this flag now captured. I've decided finally to take a poke at this arty blob. I've finally decided for sure he does not have 155 mil artillery. I guess. This game was several days ago, so I don't remember every single thought that was going through my head. At this point, it was definite panic. Things felt like they were collapsing in the center here. I'm now down on tickets, technically. Pack 40 taking a hit. We're in rank, though, so I knew we were both going to fight to the death on this one. Arty, though, landing some nice hits on these mortars. Even killing 1 or 2 would be massive. Just to keep it from... There goes 1. It just really reduces the damage that they put out just by killing 1 or 2. I'm trying not to be too aggressive with this stuff because I know he's still got a lot of infantry here. Do capture this flag up north. It's 12-12 again. Trying to slowly get troops back into this area. Pioneer SVT still around. Did kill a second mortar here, which is huge. He's down to 2 now, which reduces their damage by half, which is huge. I don't realize how empty he is down here. You can see all his off-map trucks over here, chilling out, being crappy. I said to him after the fight, you really should bring some normal artillery. The artillery in this division is quite good. Just 1 card. I'm not saying, you know, give up all your off-map, even though that would be nice. But I thought it was surprising that was all he committed to his off-map. Especially in a balanced deck. If he was going Maverick and, like, wasn't planning to have any more points, then fine. If you're planning to go on forever, I would think you'd want the extra off map. Pack 40 would be dangerous if I didn't have lots of things to shoot at it, although my Pack 40 is running out of HE ammo. Artillery now going forward as well. 2 mortars still alive, going after my Beutelstahlen here still. And they already did damage to it before, so this could be dangerous. SDKFZ 251, I finally remembered these troops are down here, so now they're being deployed forward to finally start pressuring this flag over here. Beutelstahlen on the run. Pack 40 versus Pack 40. Mine is, of course, more hurt. That's not great. But I do have my 81 mortar finally firing again. Finally remembered it was there. More concerned about dropping the heavy artillery right now. On absolutely anything I can. There was a Pack 40 here, I think, at one point. It's dead or gone. And there it is. I knew there was a 5th one. Here comes another beautiful little off-map there. To bring down a total of 15 off-maps on me by the end of the game here. Panzer IV versus Panzer IV here. Of course I'd like to win, but me winning is far less important than him winning. Because... oh, Panzer IV goes down. I have more of those to spare. He does not really. Finally clearing out this area here. I'm basically out of CQC infantry, but I think he is as well. I'm bringing in my last 150 mil. So I'm just to straight artillery this. I'll just force him out of the positions. He is starting to force back over here with lots of Festings again. He actually walked them across the river over to here. Nice little play there. Infantry are pushing forward here. My SDKFZ did not make the drive over here, unfortunately. And 50 minutes deep, we still haven't really moved the tickets at all. Now, if this was a league game, then technically he would have won, but of course I'm not playing with league game rules in mind. If I was, I would have been more aggressive in certain places and pushed much harder to get flags. In this ranked sort of situation, it's a lot more about, in these long games, it's a lot more about trades. You're just, essentially, we both know neither of us is going to suddenly collapse. You know, with balance on V for Victory or balance on Ballards or Juggernaut or whatever. Any of these super long incomes. And I really don't have the infantry to lose. You know, any of these long game incomes when you're mirroring in a ranked game, you know it's all about trades. It's unlikely one of you is going to win early, so you have to play to win long. Finally recapturing this flag, giving me back the 1311 here. Ju-88 and the Do-17 were pretty heavily damaged, so they'll be out for a while. Artillery doing some nice work, though. And you can see that grind really starting to pile up on him. Pioneer SVT, obviously not the ideal long-range unit. 81 with mortar going after that Pack 40. You can see my infantry getting thinner and thinner, though. I'm still calling them in. I still got, you know, I might have exaggerated earlier. I apologize. I probably at this point have closer to 10, if not less. You know, there's a lot more tanks around and such. I am capturing this flag now, 12-12, but he has recaptured this one and this one up north. Werframmenstrike doing some nice damage this time. Killing off the Flammenwerfer, almost killing that. Just kidding. Killing that KM Marine infantry, so I'm pretty happy with that. Panzer IV finding those infantry there. Love for it to get this Flak 43. Panzer IV also hitting that. I need to get a unit to see this stuff. I'm out of recon as well, so that's definitely an issue. It's Aufklär back here. Panzergren getting forced off. He smoked this off to stop my Beutelstahlen from doing much. But I did kill one in the transport anyway. When this Flak 43 fires, I will have the opportunity to kill that off. Which is good, because that Flak 43 should have no chance against me. And as I said before, I'm still trying to kill AA, and now my BF-109 was able to get in, which it would have never been able to before. Down the 43 goes. So now he's down to this one Flak 43. And the thing is, now with my artillery, I can just walk him out of this forest patch. See, now my artillery falling. Instead of here, now it's falling back here. Ostrupen pushed forward to grab this flag, so I have these two. It's currently 13-11, but of course he's just still got piles and piles of infantry coming in. Good lord, it never ends. BF-109 going for the Pack 40 now. Might be able to get through this Flak 43 pretty far off. It does actually get its bomb off. Will it land? It does. Pack 40 down. He doesn't have that many more. Another BF-109 coming and hitting his Meridian infantry, and this is exactly what I was going for this whole time. Once I can, you know, the 20th Panzer does not have a great air tab, but these BF-109s reload really fast, and their bombs are very effective at killing like 7 health Pack 40s. Infantry pushing in. Jagdkampf goes down, going for this flag. I'm pushing out to get this one as well. Another Jagdkampf. I don't know how he still has so many of these. Panzer IV versus Pack 40. Not a good fight. Panzer IV goes down. Very unfortunate there. But for the moment, it's 15-9. I recaptured his northern flag, captured this one, recaptured my own flag here. So really excited about that, holding this one as well. But units just pouring in. And despite having the 59, I am still extremely worried because, again, I don't think this match is going to be decided by flags. It's going to be decided by who runs out of units. And I have a strong feeling I'm on the losing end of that unit race. Infantry pushing across that bridge there. Unfortunately, my Panzer III a little out of position to help, and the Pack 40 completely not firing here. Keeps trying to turn, so it shoots nothing. That's very frustrating, to say the least. So all of these units do get in for reinforcements. Panzer III did push forward when I realized this happening, so frustrating. Still 15-9, though. But again, it's not like we're on a time limit or anything, so having these longer doesn't make a big difference. It's, again, about keeping my units alive and killing his. Off-map coming down again. CKFZ goes down. He's only got one mortar left. No, two, excuse me. He's really not using them. Now they've lost their, like, Giga Strike potential. They're far less dangerous. Pack 43, though, still here. Doing some nice damage there. I did bring some ammo over here to reload these. Now or later, I forget when. I'm just double hitting this now so I can clear this out. My infantry here did get killed off, unfortunately. I don't have a lot of defense here, but I do have all of these 2K units along with this Panzer IV support. Units are going to run out of ammo soon, though, which means they can no longer force back these infantry. Panzer IV, though, has plenty of HE ammo. Even this is running low, though. Back to a 13-11. Barely holding this flag of north. I do have Panzer Grenzen now, though, which are far more effective at range. Looks like his off-map's almost over. 15 strikes later, I'm still here. There's a lot of holes on the map. But the choice to take conventional artillery instead of off-map artillery definitely benefiting me here a lot. Seeing that 105, I'm just going for it. It's already moving. That's alright, though. Pack 43 finding some Panzer IVs to kill. Very exciting. He doesn't have that many of those left at double vet. Oh, I got the full Giga Strike of artillery going. Nice. Panzer IV gets a pen. It appears to be stuck. Bugged out as well. Panzer IV goes down to the Pack 40, though. Ouch. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool. I haven't really sent all 4 pieces against something yet, so that's fun to see. And now my unit's out of ammo. BF-109's coming in to kill that Pack 40. I'm just doubling it. And the third one going for this 105 I see coming in. Unfortunately, I didn't really consider the 105 he called in, so immediately I'm falling back. This could have gotten its bomb off. This was stupid. This is really dumb. Ju-88 coming after me. Will the BF-109 get away? It looks like it should. It's not smoking or anything. Oh, just kidding. It's dead. That's a bummer. Flying right over my Flak 43. I would think it would have a chance of this thing actually dying now. Ju-87 going for the Panzer IV kill. It doesn't get it and it dies for my trouble. He doesn't have many tanks. I didn't really care. So hoping, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just kind of throwing stuff at him at this point. Getting a little panicked because I am running out of stuff again. And he still has a lot of units here. More Panzer IIIs coming in, though. That 9 card and C phase paying off dividends. Now I re-aimed closer to this 105 with 2 of my guns, the other 2 going the other way. Panzer IV going down to my Panzer IV. Nice kill there. Pack 40. Oh, is it going after my 88? Yeah. I'm going after this Flak 43. He called in more of them. Panzer IV getting a hit, or getting the first shot. And there we go, taking that Panzer IV down. Pretty happy about that. Panzer III now doing some damage. Panzergren versus Jagdkampf, not great at CQC. 1311 though, recaptured this. My mortar holding off these infantry basically itself. Down goes that Flak 43. Did lose my 88 down here, really sad about that, but my Panzer IV now can support. Panzer III still doing some really nice damage. Already kind of landing in no man's land right now. Stalin bouncing some shells. Pack 40 goes down to the Panzergren. Oh, it goes down to this 105. Cheeky nice play there from Hobo. I actually didn't even see that. I just assumed something had mortared it to death or something like that. Just kidding, another off-map strike. Dude never runs out. This division's a little disgusting with the whole off-map thing, not gonna lie. These 194s should really be 2 strikes. It's kind of crap that just because they're 6 millimeters short of 200, they get 3 strikes. Like, come on. SDKZ 251 kind of can hold all this off itself, the Panzer III especially. And Hobo's lack of armor and reliance on only infantry at this point is gonna definitely give my armor a good chance. I've now fully captured this and cut off the reinforcements for real now. Amazingly, the Pack 40 can't see any of it. I did bring one of my multi-tier munitions down here to reload these guys. Keep them firing. But even up here, you can see this multi-tier munition empty, this one empty. This one about to be empty. Yeah, running out of ammo would definitely be horrible. Having the artillery advantage is useless if it's out of ammo. And right now, my artillery advantage is kind of one of the only things holding off these hordes of everything. 105 sneaking forward, looking for a fight with my 88, it would appear. All my stuff actually surviving this off-map. And I'm going to say for like the 10th time, I believe that was the last one. Doing another Giga Strike here at this forest area, trying to keep him from capturing this back. 105 going after my Flammenwerfer, but that is going to give... Nope, just kidding. They're going after this Marine infantry. Which will get wiped out pretty good here. Werframen Strike, going for this. I thought there was more in here. There's not, but it'll die anyway. Whatever. There's no more ammo for this, though. Flammenwerfer goes down. Tears. Artillery doing nice work. PF-109 getting in on all of these infantry. Kills off one and suppresses the rest. It's Flak 43 and 105 are basically all that's left. The 88 getting the first hit on this, though. Big damage being traded either way. Multi-tier munition running away. I cannot lose this. This is far more precious than the weapon is. Another 88 coming in. Deploying him pretty far forward, though. I guess I haven't seen this occurring. I'm busy doing something else. Probably defending up north here. Redirecting some sort of artillery strike. There we go. Now I'm going after him. My 88 actually wins out again. Kind of shocking. I'm not sure how that keeps happening. I feel like his 105 should win. Not sure why this one isn't firing. It's just perfectly at that angle. Ay, ay, ay. And down the 105 goes the support of the Panzer IV. That's how it happened. Finishes that off. So another 105 down. He must be running out of those soon. Even my mortar ammo is out. Already just going for a general strike over here now. Trying to clear this out. More Jagdkampf. My God. I feel like he should have ran out of these. I guess maybe he brought a C phase card instead of an A phase. I didn't get a chance to look at the deck that closely. Still 1311 though. I do have the single tick if we go for 20 more minutes. He's got his commander in now with the traction. I'm basically out of infantry. I maybe have like four or five at this point. I'm just holding for, I don't know what, desperate last area. More Panzer IV support tanks coming in. Panzer IIIs. I have a couple more Panzer IVs left. Not a ton, though. I've definitely lost a fair number. Grenfier's coming in from Hobo. It looks like we have finally stemmed the absolute tidal wave of infantry. And I have killed a lot of infantry. There is no question about that. Panzer IV moving over here to help the cause. Kill off some of these Jagdkampf. I do see this 105, so my artillery, of course, going for it. Still trying to clear out what remains of his AA, because then I can just kind of sit on my bombers, and I have like 2 left, I think. Thing is, though, as long as these artillery can keep firing, which they really can't for much longer, I can win this game. But Hobo finally decides to throw it in after 65 grinding minutes. 6,300 to 5,600 kills there. It really wasn't a huge gap. But yes, quite the laundry list of kills here. 81 mil mortar, not doing a ton. Actually, this one doing a lot. This was the one that came in first. Absolutely annihilated some stuff there. So nice to see that. Actually, I think this was the north one. I'm lying. This is the northern one. The original one actually didn't kill that much, weirdly enough. Werframen did more than it looked like it did, especially accidentally killing that Jagdpanther. Otherwise, 88 doing okay. Panzer III killing a lot of stuff. 150 doing some good kills. Yep. Good stuff. Is Jagdpanther, of course, doing lots of stuff, though off map being annoying. 81 mil mortar, Jagdkampf here and there. 105. Yeah, quite a freaking game. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.